Hey, everybody. Welcome. So in this soulcast today, we're going to continue the conversation on manifestation and talk about how passively waiting for your manifestation to come to you is actually blocking you from it, and how you can get yourself into receiving mode instead so that you can usher your manifestation into physical form quickly and more easily. So, hey, I am Charlene Murphy. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the creator of Enchanted Empath Soulcast. And I help empaths and highly sensitive people like you remember your inner brilliance so you can ignite your natural abilities to heal your body, manifest anything, and create a life you love. So welcome in. Please feel free to use the chat to ask your questions during the Soulcast. I'm here to help. I'm here to coach. So if you have questions, feel free to chime in, and I would love to hear from you and know that there's actually people out there. All right. So here's the deal. I work with a lot of people in the manifestation process, right? And we've been talking about this for a little bit. And the more we talk about it, the more questions pop up for people. So I've decided to kind of scale back and go back to super basic stuff because it's in those simple moments, like the everyday stuff, is where we're blocking ourselves. And you'll understand this really clearly by the end of this. And so today's title is How Receptive Are You Really? And I emphasize that really because I think a lot of people, when they're going through manifesting, they really think that all they have to do is ask, believe, and then receive. And I really think that the action part of asking is always happening. You know, we're always birthing new desires just by having contrasting moments and situations in our lives. And then when we consciously manifest something, you know, the house, the car, the job, the spouse, the children, when we're manifesting our new apartment, we're more conscious in that. And so we take that action and we ask for it. And then when we get into believe and receive, we become much more passive in the process and act like passengers with this. And I'm here to remind everybody that manifesting is actually a collaboration with universe, with God, with spirit, divine intelligence, whatever you call that stuff that I call divine intelligence or source energy. So it's a collaboration. It's a dance. It's you make a move, I make a move. It's a give and take, right? And so when we're taught about manifesting, most of us have heard, you know, that we just basically sit back and wait for the manifestation to come in. And we talked about that in previous soulcasts, the things that we can do while we're waiting, right? But in this one, I want to get even more specific about the receptive mode and being in the receptive mode. Being in the receptive mode is action. It is a conscious efforting and action to stay in this place of receptivity. All right. And today I'm going to give you a little quiz to test your receptivity and to see just exactly how receptive you are or not. And if, you know, if that completely correlates to the bigger asks. So for instance, if you can't accept a cup of coffee from a friend or a stranger, how are you going to expect to receive the big asks that you were saying that you want? So there's a lot of lip service going on out there saying, sure, I'm receptive. Of course I'm receptive. Yeah, I asked and now I'm in receptive mode. But are you really in receptive mode? Because when we are just in our daily lives and we can't receive, say, a compliment, then we're blocking ourselves. And so it's in the details. It's in the little daily stuff This is the stuff that we need to check ourselves with so that we can really be in alignment and vibration with the thing that we're asking for, so that it can come into us, so that it can manifest into physical form. So it's not about asking for it and then sitting on your rear and just waiting. It's about asking for it and then checking yourself to make sure that you are aligning with it vibrationally, energetically, so that you can see it. It can show up for you. Okay. So what I want to do is walk you through my little quiz that I wrote. I was actually going to make an online quiz for you, but I didn't have enough. I'll do it later. So we're going to go ahead and do this kind of like, those Cosmo quizzes where you rate yourself. And this is a really good check-in process, because we really take this for granted. We all think that we're receptive. We all, every single one of us thinks that we're receptive. We have a lot of opinions about ourselves, but these questions are really going to uncover the fact of if you are or not. So ready? I'm going to ask you a series of about 8 or 9 questions, and I want you to be really, really honest with yourself. And the purpose of this is so that if you find yourself in resistance to any of these questions, you've work to do, and that's okay. We all have work to do. We have our issues to clean up. We have our ideas and our belief systems and our values and habits that we have formed, along the years, that maybe we need to uncover, check out, assess if we want them or not, if they're helping or hurting, and then decide what to do with them, chuck them or keep them, And so this all boils down to self-awareness. Manifesting process is a lot. It's totally about self-awareness and your collaboration with the universe, okay? So here are the questions. Number 1, when somebody compliments me, I, A, smile and say thank you. B, cringe inside, get embarrassed, maybe even blush and say, oh, thanks. C, deflect the compliment with some self-deprecating comment. Or D, ignore the comment altogether and maybe change the subject. Where are you with that? So let's go on. Number 2, excuse me. When a friend offers to pay for my meal, I, A, smile and say thanks. B, cringe inside, blush, maybe resist a little and say, okay, thanks. C, protest dramatically. Oh, no, and have that credit card war and all that good stuff. And before you go, okay. A lot of drama on number C. Or D, just refuse the offer altogether. No, I can't do that. Here, let's split it. Or pay for the whole thing yourself. So, okay, number 3, how you doing so far? Are you seeing what we're talking about here? It's like these spiritual concepts are hand in hand with our daily life. They're not compartmentalized. It's all the same stuff. And so if you can get good at daily life, you're going to be doing well with your spirituality and your spiritual life and your manifestation process, right? It's not mutually exclusive. They work together. You are running the show. Your subconscious mind, your habits are running the show, and they are either messing up your dance with the universe or they are helping your dance flow well, right? So this is all about self-awareness, folks. All right, number 3, when a person holds the door open for me, I, A, feel grateful and respected. Cool. B, feel obligated to go through. And so you kind of go through with your tail between your legs. C, you think or maybe even say something cynical about the person holding the door. Or D, you feel resentment, like, who is this asshole trying to control me, right? So there's a pretty big spectrum here, but I'm sure you're getting it. If you're in A, you're completely resistance-free. If you're in B, you have some resistance. If you're in C and D, especially D, you're completely blocked off. And we need to do some work to crack open your receptivity. And I'm going to give you the number one way to do that when we're done with this quiz. Okay, 4. When the store clerk offers help to carry out your heavy stuff, so you just got a couple of big bags of garden soil, and they're heavy, right? You smile and say, gee, thanks, cool, I accept. B, you cringe, roll your eyes, you have to think about it. Ugh, they're heavy. Okay, I'll take your help. C, protest, get all dramatic. No, I can do it. No, well, maybe, I can use some help. Or D, you just refuse the help altogether and say, no, I got it. And maybe you do have it, maybe you can carry the load, but that's not the point. The point is, are you open and receptive to receiving help? Number 5, when a friend apologizes for offending or upsetting you, or me, I, A, smile and say, no problem, you're forgiven. B, cringe and half-heartedly accept the apology, with some of that judgment. C, give them a ton of shit first and then accept it after making them feel humiliated, right? Or D, just refuse the apology altogether because you feel entitled to more or you want to make them suffer. Whatever your deal is there, but you just couldn't accept the apology. Okay, 6 is a mostly true, somewhat true, not true. It is easy to ask for what I want. Is that A, mostly true, kind of true, not true at all? Do you see how this has to do with receptivity and receiving your manifestations? Okay, 7. When someone gives me a surprise gift, I, A, smile and say thank you. B, cringe, get embarrassed, maybe a little upset, and then you accept it with that kind of fake humility, right? C, you accept it, but you feel really super obligated. Oh my God, now I have to give them something. Oh crap. And so you go into a story and it's just really hard for you just to accept it. It's like, wow, your mind is just going off with that. Or D, you just refuse it. No, I can't accept this, Okay, 8, we're almost finished here. How you doing so far? I'd love for you to chime in and let me know how you, if this is helping you understand the whole process of how you are blocking your manifestations by not being receptive. 8, I am a great listener. Is that A, mostly true? B, kinda, but you sometimes find yourself interrupting. Maybe there's some room for improvement there. Or C, I'm not even listening. I'm just waiting for my turn to talk. Okay. Last question or statement. I am a naturally grateful person. I'm just kind of grateful all the time. A, mostly true. B, on occasion when there's something to be grateful about. Or C, hardly ever because everything kind of just sucks, right? So if you're in the C zone, the D zone, the last options, you've got a lot of work to do, a lot of spiritual work to do. But all is not lost. This is stuff that we don't necessarily teach in schools. So we've had to learn how to navigate this ourselves. And we have professionals and coaches and therapists and all kinds of people out there, helpers who can help you with that if it's something that you're interested in. And I would really encourage, working on that stuff if you don't feel that you are receptive, because you're just going to be missing a lot of blessings in your life. You're going to be missing a lot of blessings and the ability to manifest and, creating in your life, so that the things that do come through are going to be coming through from a very subconscious place. Your negative thinking, your, the things that maybe you're trying to avoid. So it's in everybody's best interest to really get ahead of this so that we can live well, so that we can manifest very purposefully, very consciously, and create a life that we absolutely love instead of by default. That can be, okay, a meh life or a kind of a crappy life, but I would rather we live in the state of joy and well-being that I think we're here to experience, right? Okay, so now, if we don't have any questions or comments, I want to go into the ultimate activator for receptivity. It's the ultimate activator for receptivity. It is the key, the big one. And this is gratitude. Just being in a state of gratitude is being in a state of receptivity. It cracks you open. It opens up the heart space. There's just no easier, faster, more beautiful way to open up and be receptive than by expressing and being in a state of gratitude. So now I'm going to give you another quiz. This one's not mine though. I borrowed this from one of probably my favorite teacher that I have discovered, during the pandemic, and have been following just religiously. He is a business teacher, a coach, but he teaches spiritual concepts behind everything. So when I first heard him speak, I said, I'm following that guy. That guy is my new mentor. That guy is my new coach. I am actually signing up for his big program that he offers. His name is James Wedmore. I would encourage all of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur and a digital entrepreneur, to check out James Wedmore on his website. I am not an affiliate. I do not get paid for this. I just love this guy. And I so look forward to working with him, but I digress. He has a couple of programs. One's called Mind Your Money. I haven't done that one yet. But in somewhere I picked it up. I think it's his 12 Days of Abundance program. He talks about the 5 levels of gratitude. And so I want to share with you his 5 levels of gratitude, because I just think that they're perfectly spot on, right? So here's another kind of a quiz for you so you can check in with yourself and see where you are on this scale. It's 1 to 5. So number 1 is you're not grateful. You feel entitled, maybe critical, unhappy, easily offended with just about everything. So that's at the bottom of the scale. Very little gratitude happening in that. And you can see that when somebody is in that state, man, they're going to be so blocked off. They're not going to be able to receive anything except more negativity, more things to complain about, more things to be offended by, right? So that's going to be such a huge blockage for manifesting. Level number 2, according to James, is you have certain things that you're grateful for, or people. Like you can spot the things that you're grateful for. Grateful for my grandma, grateful for my dog, those occasions that inspire gratitude. And number 3, level 3, you can appreciate the good. And then you can also appreciate the good stuff that's on its way. It's not quite here yet, but you anticipate it, you expect it, so you can appreciate the invisible, that's a real positive. It's like, it's not here yet, so I'm not going to poo-poo it, but I feel that it's on its way and I can't wait. I'm really grateful. And number 4 on this scale is that you can also be grateful for the bad stuff or the problems that you have in your life. Maybe having this knowing that those problems or those bad things are here to serve you somehow, and maybe there's a lesson in there for it, right? And then the level 5 of gratitude, according to James, is that you no longer see problems. You choose to see everything happening for you and not to you. So you start to believe that universal conspiracy theory that the universe is conspiring on your behalf. It's working for you always behind the scenes, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's all good. And so when we're at a level 5, we can appreciate every single thing. Doesn't mean that, we're not going to be without pain. Of course, we're going to be in pain when certain things happen, but we're going to know that, okay, I'm going to go through this grieving process right now, but I know that at the end of this tunnel, that there's something really good for me here. And there's really big lessons here for me. And this is up-leveling me. Maybe I don't see how right now, but I trust that and I know that. And so I'm grateful for this, even though it hurts. So that's a level 5. So, where are you on this scale? Are you somewhere in the middle? So this is also something that with practice, we can get better and better and better at up-leveling or, conjuring those feelings of gratitude in us. And a lot of us do that through gratitude meditations, journaling. When you just flip the switch to awareness and looking for things to be grateful for, it just becomes habitual. It becomes a lifestyle. You just start to see all the things, all the wonderful things, beauty in nature, all those things. But it does take awareness and it takes some practice. So wherever you are on the scale, if you choose to manifest better, if you choose to be a boss manifester, then this is something that you could improve, right? And so by now, I am sure you can see that having that passive, I asked and now I'm waiting for it, how that doesn't serve. It doesn't serve. The waiting part, the receiving part is the action. The receiving is the action. We have to get ourselves into a receptive place so that we can receive, right? And so this is how we do it. We start with gratitude. There are a few other things that we can do, but I don't want to get into it with this one. I want to save that for later. And so what I want to do is invite you to join me on my birthday. So this is like my birthday gift for everybody. I shared with you a few episodes back about my experience with the Center for Spiritual Living and the Unexpected Income Club and how it really shifted my whole reality about abundance and finances and money and just money being a tool in the whole big abundance game, right? And how that one little class just tremendously helped me and catapulted me into, well, it led me to where I am today, which is a really good place. I come from a very different background. I was one of 5 kids in an Irish Catholic family. I don't know what was in my dad's bank account. I never asked, but it didn't seem like we had much, right? And I had to wear a uniform at Catholic school. This is just one example. And when we had free dress day, oh, hells no. I had no nice clothes. All my friends and people that I went to school with were pretty wealthy. And the contrast between me and them was big in the money department. I felt very wealthy in other parts, but not in the money game. And I would just wear my uniform and act like I forgot that it was free dress day. I was like, no, not doing that. And so, just growing up with that whole kind of poverty mentality and having a bad relationship with money and all this stuff was a big part of my life. And when I took that class, the Unexpected Income Club, it shifted me out of it. And then my experiences, my life experiences, I started to manifest bigger, better, more abundance, more finances, and abundance in everything. So I want to share that with you. And so I created a program like the Unexpected Income Club, but I have a little twist with it. I have a twist, I think, that really speaks to the empath, and our sensitive nature. And I'm not going to give this secret sauce away. You're just going to have to find out for yourself. But anyway, I'm putting together a 5-day free challenge. We'll be holding it on Facebook. And I'm going to coach and share and demonstrate manifesting. And we're going to put a focus on cash in your wallet. And I'm focusing on that on purpose because it's something that we can all relate to, and it's something that we can measure, and it's something that we can see come in. It's so much more tangible. Okay. So yeah, we're going to be focusing on money and manifesting more of it, like extra cash, extra income. And like I said, it's completely free. It's for 5 days. And I would love for you to join me with that. You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. I kid you not. If you do this right, if you take good direction, and if you're open and receptive, and you have a clue as to how open and receptive you are at this point, but if you are open and receptive, this will change your life. I can't say more about it. So you're going to demonstrate and do these certain things if you're coachable, hopefully, and open to test the manifesting waters and put it to the test and see the results. And once you understand these concepts, these few concepts that I'm going to be teaching in these 5 days, you will be able to apply those same concepts to anything in your life to manifest way beyond money, right? So we're going to start there though, because that's something that we can all grasp and we can watch and we can grow it. And we have a focal point. So this is what I hope you get, or this is what you get. What you're going to get is a free 5-day challenge to manifest more money into your bank account or your pocket. This is what I hope you get. The miracle of realizing that you are already swimming in a sea of abundance that goes way beyond money, right? So that could be the potential side effect. What a good side effect is that? So if this all sounds good to you, what I want you to do is go to my website. I have the link down in the box there. It's charlenemurphy.com/abundance. It's a simple little opt-in page. Just sign up. You'll be on my list. And then once you're on my list, I'll send you instructions and invite you to the Facebook group once I create it. This is all brand new, folks. I'm just creating this out of the box. And I was asking, it's a tradition. Well, a lot of you know that I was a Montessori school teacher. It's a tradition in the Montessori school on your birthday that you're the one who gives the gifts, right? And in a lot of cultures, it's the same way. And so I was asking, what can I give for my birthday this year? And I thought, that's a good one. the abundance game. So I've retitled the whole concept because it's got my own signature on it. The abundance game. So we're going to play games. We're going to put this stuff to the test, and we're going to put some money in your wallet. Don't believe me? Sign up. See if it works. Put it to the test. I double dog dare you. All right, folks. I know that you won't be sorry for that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I think that's all I have to share. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at charlenemurphy.com. Reach out and sign up on my website for the abundance game. And I will be looking forward to working with you on this and seeing you next week on Thursday for our next Soulcast. And we'll continue the conversation on manifesting up until we do the abundance game together. So ask me your questions on abundance, on manifesting, on the details. I want to help you with this because once you break through this, it's a game changer. It's a life changer. All right, guys. So until next time, peace and blessings. Take good care of yourself and each other. All right. Peace out.